Hey there, welcome back to another episode of Leading Las Vegas. I'm Danielle Ford of DanielleFord.com, where visibility makes a difference. My guest today is Dana Berggren. She is amazing. She is a licensed real estate agent, and she also has recently opened a really awesome co-working space here in Las Vegas. And I wanted to have her on the show to talk really about the power of co-working and the importance of being able to work and gather in a community type setting as opposed to being stuck in an office all day, which I know can take a definite toll on entrepreneurs. I know that from experience. So thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Do you want to, it's really interesting because when I met you, several months ago, maybe a year ago or so, you were all about real estate, and you kind of had the vision of possibly opening a co-working space. And then you did it. So that is super impressive. What made you want to do that? Those two things are completely different, or to me they are.
Well, my passion has always been development, building, and being a real estate broker for 20 years now, which is crazy to say. Right out of college, I got my real estate license, and I always loved working in real estate and development and seeing new things, new ideas, new concepts. So when I had heard about the co-working movement and the sharing office space, sharing resources, sharing knowledge, and creating relationships and collaboration, I just got so excited about it. And honestly, I talked about it for years. It was probably 3 years. I was telling people, I'm opening up a co-working space. I'm opening a co-working space. And I think it got to the point where even I realized when I would say that to people, they'd roll their eyes and be like, okay, she says she's opening a co-working space. And, there's so many reasons that we fear taking the plunge and doing it because it was a huge investment of time and money. And it was just one of those things where I said, you know what, I just have to do it. And I jumped in right around the time I met you. And it's been a very interesting ride thus far. We've only been open a few months.
I know, and I went and I saw it, and it's beautiful. And I think when you said that, I was like, oh, when you said co-working movement, it really is a movement. It's almost like telling people, I don't need this fancy office. I don't need a reception area necessarily.
Right.
And I can just go and either rent a space or private office. You do that. Yeah.
Right, exactly. And that's the thing, is that it's a way to work the way that you want to work. And it offers people that flexibility because, you work in, some corporate locations where it's dictated how you work. And now you see more independent contractors out there. You see companies are now shrinking their footprint. In commercial real estate, we're seeing in office space, the footprint of an employee is getting smaller and smaller. Now people are able to work from home more or from remote locations more. When you're, let's say you live in Summerlin, which is where the Coop is located, but your office is located by the airport. Think of how much time you're spending commuting. So to give people a location where they can work temporarily if they want to use it a couple days a week. So it's really all about flexibility and giving people the ability to work the way that they want to, while also creating a community of people who want to work together.
That's awesome. I know, personally, I have worked from home for a long time, and the struggle is real. First of all, you have to have a lot of just dedication and self-control to not go just watch Netflix or not get distracted by I have to do laundry or the dogs are barking or what's happening. And also, sometimes I will go to Starbucks or a different coffee shop, and I actually love that, just working privately, but there's people around. Sometimes my corner's taken and I get mad.
Right. Exactly. And I've that's, again, lends to the flexibility of it all, because I, too, when I left, my last job was with a large real estate company on Howard Hughes Parkway and, the middle of corporate, locations there. And when I left that job, I was going to work in an office downtown, and I found myself working from home in Summerlin more and more. And I have no problem with being productive and getting things done, but it's the loneliness. When I talk to people who work from home a lot, it's almost like you're around people for the first time and having conversations.
Like come out in the sun and your eyes are like, you're like, it burns.
Exactly. So I think that we do miss that human interaction and just having people around you.
I think that's important in general. I totally do that often. Like, I will realize this is kind of embarrassing, but I'll be like, I've been wearing these pants for like 2.5 days. Like, I have not changed. I've just been powering through, picking the kids up, working. And you have to like check yourself by making sure that you stay social, because that will just make you crazy.
Absolutely. And you are missing, having met you numerous times at different collaboration events. You really need that, meeting people.
Yeah.
I mean, to have met you, this, amazing person in the video space and social media, it's really, if you don't get out of your house and meet people, and they could be sitting next to you in Starbucks, but you'd never know unless you sit down and you're like, oh, hey, what do you do?
Right. And like following someone online and I think that is something nowadays, it's almost like you feel like you've connected. Mm-hmm. Oh, I talked to like 20 people on Facebook, but really you didn't. It's so different connecting in person. And at your space, I think the thing that I really think is so unique is that you allow not just for like, daily hangouts and also private offices, but like I've seen people at your space do podcasting, making videos, and it seems like you're really open to just making it whatever a solopreneur or a small business owner needs it to be.
Absolutely. And that's the intent with the Coop, is to make it a launch pad for other people's businesses. I want people to use this space to maximize their business and give them that launch pad to make their own business and be as successful as possible. That's my hope, is because when we're all successful, it's just such a benefit.
Yeah, a rising tide lifts all ships.
Exactly.
Right?
Thank you.
I absolutely agree with that. Okay, we're going to wrap this up, but I want to make sure you guys know how to get in contact with Dana. And also, if you want to go check out the Coop, how you can do that.
Sure. The website is cowork.com, and we are on social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter as at the Coop Cowork.
If they want to go check the facility out,
please come by and visit. We're located in Summerlin at 1925 Village Center Circle, Suite 150, in the heart of what I call Uptown Summerlin. So great retail amenities. Really took a long time to find the perfect location for it, and I think we've done a good job.
It really is. And you guys make sure just to follow them, because even if you end up not getting a space or checking it out in that way, you guys are doing really cool events now.
Absolutely.
I've seen you guys do your barbecues and cool collaborations. And,
absolutely. Yeah. We've got a great community of people there, and now we're really focusing on ramping up our events. We're having free headshots.
That's cool.
Soon. So really just trying to do as much as we can for the business community and help people succeed.
I love watching people who just give value first.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for being on here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course. Thanks for watching, you guys, and hanging out. You can chat with us in the comments below. And I will see you next time in another episode of Leading Las Vegas. Bye. If you loved this episode of Leading Las Vegas, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe. You can also watch more episodes like this here or on leadinglasvegas.com.